All right. What number is this? 81? Okay.
81.
Episode 81. I mean, this is pretty much the pregame show. They don't need any official pregame
This is a
show for the
pregame
game,
show.
right?
Yeah.
They don't need any official BS. I mean, this is pretty much all you – I mean, completely unbiased.
I hope we don't go an hour and a half, though.
Yeah, I'll tell you this right now. You know how Twitter – we can't even get comments off of Twitter on desktop because they switched the thing to – they got rid of the Periscope. That thing sucks, by the way. I just want to call that out. So if you're commenting on Twitter, we can't really see it. But
that's why it doesn't work, because of Periscope, huh?
Well, I just think that whenever I click on it, now it just goes to Twitter on the desktop, and you click on the link, and it just goes to Twitter. It doesn't actually show the entire stream. It just shows the video. You can't see any chats or anything. So you got to go on your phone. So I got to, put it on my phone to get the comments. It's just stupid, but it's important.
Do better, StreamYard or Twitter, whoever.
It's Twitter's fault.
Okay. Do better, Twitter.
Yeah, they switch. Their CEO he's out, and then the whole thing's ruined.
Okay,
all right. That's a good start.
Yeah,
I don't know what that is at your house that I just heard, but a motorcycle or something.
Somebody outside. Can't help it.
I'm thinking they're cool. Okay, Illinois beat Notre Dame despite us saying they would not win.
Yeah, and made us look stupid, didn't they?
Well, we didn't think that Frazier or Grandison would actually play.
Exactly.
And they played a pretty big role. And, I
huge.
think we also underestimated the fact that Notre Dame stinks, I think.
It's not that good, are they?
I think that's a fair thing to say at this point.
Yeah. Yeah, I would agree. Did get to go to this game with my brother-in-law and my son and his daughter. Stopped by Pia's before, rode the bus. Pia's got to get a little better on service, but other than that, good times. It was nice to be back in the State Farm Center. It had been a long time, so it's awesome that fans are back. And anyways, player of the game. You didn't write anybody down, so I assume you're going with Kofi Coburn.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. 28 points, 11 for 16 from the field, 6 and 9 from the free throw line. Very nice. 8 rebounds. Underwood said that he gets on Kofi and tells him that his motor's not good enough if he gets under 10. So I'm guessing he got chewed out for only getting 8. 2 assists, which is nice. He's still looking to pass the ball. Was kind of surprised. Illinois' first 12 points were all off threes. Kofi didn't have a basket until the 9:30 mark in the first half. So put up 28, and I don't even know if he got a shot up in the first 10 minutes, but he did. I did see pointless stat. I don't know, whatever. He tied the Illini scoring record for the Big Ten ACC Challenge with 28 points. Good work. Kofi is now averaging 26.8 points a game. I believe he's leading college basketball. 9.5 rebounds per game. Biggest stat, I think, though, right now he's shooting 67.6% from the free throw line. So,
yeah, he's having a good season.
He is. He's doing. Just think if he would have, been able to play those first 3 games and put up 40 a game.
Yep. And here's the other thing. Okay, folks. Leave it to Dan Dockich to tweet that Trace Jackson Davis is the front runner for College Player of the Year. And pardon my French, Dan Dockich is a dumbass. I mean, seriously, out of all the players you could pick, I know that he's biased and all that stuff, but of all the players you could pick, Trace Jackson Davis.
Weird.
Trace Jackson Davis isn't even a top 5 player in his own conference, let alone College Hoops Player of the Year. God, no wonder Dockich isn't doing games anymore because he's a effing moron. And that's the closest I've ever been on this program, on this show, not the watch parties, on this show to saying the F word was right there. Because Dockich is an idiot. He's a clown. He's clueless. There's a reason he's not doing games anymore. Now, does that mean that ESPN has people that do color commentary for basketball that are very good? No. Does Dockich compare to those people? It's close. I think he's bad. I think the other ones are bad. I think Humble's all right. I know people at Illinois probably hate Humble because of Purdue and all that, but I'll just say this. Dockich is an idiot. Trace Jackson Davis stinks. I mean, Trace Jackson Davis his team lost to Syracuse. So what's up with that? Syracuse stinks.
I don't know. I know you don't like TJD at all. So
let me also Jaden Ivey. More worthy.
Yeah.
Kofi, obviously, and that's not even – you can say what you want about bias. I mean, he's averaging 1 billion points a game. Yeah. Let's see.
I feel like
Keegan Murray.
he's going to get eaten up by, Kofi, and you look at Edie, and he's
Trevion Williams.
Not even the best center, not even top 3 centers. So I guess he's not really a center, but he plays.
Yeah,
supposed to play there. But
Keegan Murray, EJ Liddell, all those guys are better. So let's just shut up, Dockich, okay?
Yeah.
And then you go outside the conference, it's even more ridiculous because you got Boncaro, whatever you want to call it. I think Boncaro is a way better name.
I think that's a better way to say it.
Absolutely, it is. I've heard people say both, but I mean, it's ridiculous. It's absurd because Trace Jackson. I mean, come on, dude. Seriously, you watch him and that's your takeaway. It's just so dumb.
Apparently. He had 40-something the other night against nobody. So,
wow.
But anyways, back to this game. Illinois put out their 6th new lineup in 7 games. So Underwood is changing it up. I think that he changed it up this time, kind of because he had to. Hawkins, Kofi Melendez gets his first start as a freshman. Plummer and Williams started. DeMonte apparently was throwing up during halftime, and so Frazier came out and started the second half. Frazier was good. I mean, he hadn't. They said that he hadn't touched the ball since Kansas State. So to come out and perform, he played 32 minutes. He apparently went to the coach's office, Underwood and the rest of the coaches, and told them that he was good for 35 minutes if they needed him. So they damn near got him all 35 of those that he said. But he did say, I knew that I couldn't miss this game. He wanted to win Notre Dame. I mean, I don't know. I think Illinois maybe could have beat them without them, but man, Grandison was big from behind the arc. He was 3 of 4, 9 points. Frazier had a big steal, put the Illini up in the first half. And then I felt like Illinois kind of had this game in control most of the time. It did get within 5 or 7 with like 5.5 minutes left, and Illinois kind of pulled away. I thought Plummer puts up 21 points. He made a lot of those from the free throw line, was perfect from the line, 8 of 8, 3 of 11 from 3 though. So reminds you a little bit more of your boy Ace Wolf or whatever he goes by these days. But,
yes.
Yeah. Were you surprised Melendez got the start over Goody? I mean, I don't.
Well, I assume Melendez overall probably has been better in practice the last month,
right?
They are practicing.
True, and they said Hutcherson was thrown up. I feel like maybe Melendez has that body type Hutcherson has, so maybe that's why they stuck with him. I don't know.
That's a confidence booster for everybody when they get to get these minutes. And also, real quick, before we get back to this, Trace Jackson Davis had 11 points against Louisiana, and he had 11 points against Jackson State. Would the front runner, quote unquote, for College Hoops Player of the Year, Dockich, you douche, would he have 11 points against those 2 teams? Really? Okay, cool. Glad he had 43 against Butt F University, whoever the hell they played in that one game. I mean, so he's only averaging 22 points a game. There's players in this conference. Keegan Murray and Kofi are both averaging 25 or more.
Yeah.
So stupid. Oh, wow. He had 43 points against Marshall. Oh, my God. So impressive. Embarrassing. Dockich. Loser. All right, go ahead.
Okay. Anyways, are we going to go back to Trace Jackson Davis again in like 2-3 minutes?
I don't have anything else.
I feel like he's living a little rent free in your head right now, but.
That'd be a privilege for him, certainly.
So
he's a loser, so there you
go. Melendez had 14 minutes, Goody had 12, so they kind of played the same amount of time. Grandison and Frazier, they went for 16 points, 10 assists, 6 rebounds combined. So I think that was good having them back. Apparently, Grandison has been out with the flu too. Underwood said he hadn't even seen him since the K-State game. So they're battling through something. I believe DeMonte was sick the day before practice yesterday. And then yesterday they had all the players at practice for the first time in God knows how long. So Payne, your boy Payne, 6 minutes, 1 block. filling that stat sheet.
He's never going to do anything, I don't think. So I think it's going to take like an injury to Hawkins, or if, God forbid, Kofi goes down. That's the only time he's actually.
I guess it's a good thing that Kofi can play 30 to 35 minutes. Right?
Yeah, but I don't love the idea of
what happens when he gets in foul trouble, though, is what I'm worried.
I don't love the idea of him playing that many minutes this early in the season, but whatever.
Yeah,
he didn't even need to in this game. Like I know that he was doing whatever he wanted, but like I'm pretty sure they could have won that with him getting a little more rest than he got.
Yeah, probably.
Because Notre Dame, I mean, seriously, what an embarrassing week for them. Not only does their douchebag football coach leave, who's an absolute loser, by the way. Brian Kelly is as big of a loser as Trace Jackson Davis. It's not even really – my thing with Trace Jackson Davis isn't even that much of him. It's just, Dockich and those clowns who overrate him. But, I mean, then the chants by the crowd were tremendous. Everybody knows that. Good chants. But Notre Dame basketball stinks, and I'm glad that they were able to lay down the law on them, because this dude, Paul Atkinson Jr., I believe is his name, you're not in the Ivy League anymore, dude, okay? And this was a good test for him because he didn't even play that much because of how much he stunk. Yeah. Wow, you've averaged double-digit points per game in the Ivy League. Whoa, so cool.
Yeah, he only played 20 minutes, had one basket, one free throw. So he barely even shot. So do you think the defense was better this game? I
feel like Notre Dame missed a lot of shots they should have made. And they also made a lot of shots from three. There was a couple of guys doing that, but I don't even remember the game that much at this point to really give you a real answer.
True. On that one. Yeah, you're too worried about Trace Jackson Davis. The shooting has definitely gotten better over the last couple of games. They were 53% from the field, 41% from three, and 15 and 19 from the line.
How many free throws did Notre Dame have? Do we know that number?
Yeah, they had 12. 8 of 12. Illinois 15 of 19 for almost 80%.
Now, how many free throws?
8 for 8. So
how many free throws did Illinois have when Notre Dame wouldn't stop fouling? There was like 6 or 8 then, because Plummer had 4 in a row, I think.
Yeah. Well, Illinois didn't shoot they shot one free throw in the first 32 minutes of the game, and then I saw that they only had one field goal in the last 9 minutes and 53 seconds, and all the rest were free throws. Plummer and Kofi both had 6 apiece during that run, and they went 11 of 12 from the line. So Kofi made 2 big ones with like 56 seconds left. Illinois was up 7 to put them up 9. So put the game away at the free throw line, I would say, because they weren't making 8 baskets. Illinois kind of goes through these phases where they don't score from the field, but I feel like that happens a lot in most college basketball games. So I don't know. After the game, Underwood said, quote, "I hope this becomes something we can really wrap our arms around and build on." So, well, I mean, I get it. You guys have been out. You come out and, you got one dude throwing up during halftime. You got a guy throwing up before the game. You got 2 guys that haven't really played basketball in 6 days. So I feel like this is a huge step forward. I hope that they can keep it going, especially going into a couple Big Ten games. We're going to see how good they are. Big Ten's a different beast, I feel. The game flows different.
It suits Illinois better, and that's been proven in the last few seasons. I know they're a different team now, but they're not that much different.
Right. And if Kofi keeps passing out like he is, and guys keep hitting threes, Illinois is going to be all right. I don't know if I so much love Plummer taking 11 threes.
Well, coming off the last 2 games that he had.
Yeah.
Last 3.
I mean, this was a whole heat check game, apparently. So.
Well, everybody was making him, so he figured he'd join in on that, I guess.
Right.
I mean, the next 3 games are really going to show you what this team is, I think. I mean, Rutgers,
I agree.
Iowa's better than expected, and Arizona. So
yeah, I'm excited for the Iowa-Purdue game to see if Iowa's really – I mean, I think Purdue's going to beat it by 20. But
well, I think Keegan Murray might be out. I think if he plays, he's playing injured. But well, let's be honest, okay? I think Iowa is better than expected. We'll get to this later at around the Big Ten thing, but like they haven't played anybody, and Virginia's not very good. The ACC is not very good. So
Right. Yeah.
we'll get into all that. But
Yeah.
do you have any more Underwood quotes of him getting a little bit over the top as he tends to?
Not really. I don't. Do I?
Well, he's been great in the great spirits. That seems a bit much.
Yeah. I mean, he said that DeMonte was tougher than hell.
Did DeMonte play in the second half?
I
don't even remember.
Yeah, because he
Okay.
played 36 minutes.
Okay.
So,
Well, you could
he
say
played
that.
a lot. So because I think DeMonte came in like from a Windows like a minute 10 into the second half. So
Interesting.
I text you about it. The only other thing I have is what's going on with Curbelo. Nobody has any answers.
This goes way deeper than we think, I think.
Yeah. I talked to a guy today and he said that he's been on the, talk board. What do they call those? The boards that you talk, forums, whatever they're called.
Yeah, we'll go with that.
Nobody knows. Underwood said there's no timetable and it has nothing to do with his concussion. But at the game, watching him at the game, he's jumping up and giving people side bumps. He's cheering, he's dancing. It's got to be a mental thing.
Ben
right?
Simmons? Ben Simmons?
Yeah, I don't know.
He's not mentally ready to play?
Yeah, and Underwood, this was Underwood's quote from yesterday. He said, he's been in great spirits. He's been a great teammate. He's helped to talk and energize. We're blessed that he has the type of charisma and knowledge. We just have to continue to be there to support him.
Yeah, we don't need to speculate on speculation, but I think that this is non-injury related.
Yeah, it can be.
And if it's an injury, it's a very minor one. And also, I'm not too worried about whether he's playing or not right now because
I don't think. Yeah,
they don't need him right now. And
I'm not going to be on the train that Curbelo makes this team worse. Like,
no, I'm going to be on that train.
There are people on that train. That's stupid.
Well, I think it's
dumb.
I would base it on who you play, like matchups. Like if there's a team that's obviously going to play harder than you, which is what Marquette did.
Yeah,
that is a really bad matchup for him at point guard, and it was a bad matchup. But a team like, UT RGV, he might have had 35 assists in that game. So
yeah.
It's all about the scrappiness, and I think the Big Ten is that. But I also think that he was eased into it so much last season, and even when Iowa was not playing those few games, I mean, they had a good supporting cast. Grandison was making shots, DeMonte was making shots, Kofi was doing what he does. So. Yeah. It's going to be a big challenge for him when they eventually get into full-time Big Ten play, assuming he's back by then and him running the point. But he has to have Frazier there.
And that's I think Grandison's probably more valuable than a lot of these guys at this point. I mean, he doesn't miss many shots. He doesn't usually take stupid shots. He crashes the boards. He had 4 rebounds. He had 4 assists this game too. So
okay, who are the 5 most valuable players in this team, not counting Curbelo?
Kofi.
Okay.
DeMonte. Frazier.
Is that in order?
Oh, do you want them in order?
Yeah, I think I need them in order.
Okay. Yeah. Kofi.
Yep.
Frazier.
Okay.
Grandison. DeMonte, and then I'm going to put Curbelo up there.
Okay. I would go with Kofi 1. That's the obvious one. I would go with Frazier 2.
Those are the obvious first 2.
I would go DeMonte 3. Unless he's doing stupid things like dribbling around and trying to do weird layups and shots. Yeah. I'm gonna say Plummer 4 because if he's making shots, changes the game.
I agree.
Changes the offense. And then who did you? Okay, Grandison has got to be in there, but Curbelo probably needs to be in there too.
So who are you taking out?
I would.
It sounds like you want to take Curbelo out. Is what it sounds like. If you're on the train that he makes this team work.
I don't think he makes the team worse.
Then you got to take him out.
He makes the team different, and depending on the game, it's in a good or bad way.
Okay.
I would say it's a tie at 5. I would take Plummer out probably for Curbelo and Grandison, but I don't know. I just think that Plummer, if he's making shots, it makes it really hard on the other team. They got to worry about him. They got to worry about Kofi. They got to worry about Frazier, DeMonte, Grandison, whoever's on the floor. And also the freshmen, as of right now on the meter, Melendez and Goody are fine. I can't even judge Pajimski or whatever the hell his name is.
I don't know. He must still be sick. Like, he didn't get any time this game, right?
He doesn't look like he's having fun on the bench either when I'm watching.
Well, I don't think he's a guy that thought he was going to come sit on the bench.
Well, he had to have known that Illinois was like 10 or 11 deep already.
Yeah, but I think he thought he was better than the other two freshmen.
You were trying to start a feud. Jesus.
I'm not trying to start anything.
Woo!
But, I mean, is this is
depends on the game. It depends on the game. Is he going to
be on the Miller train where Miller was told one thing and someone left?
I mean, Miller still played like 30 minutes a game.
He did.
So
but he wanted to be a point guard.
And Miller was
he could have been this year because we don't know what's going on with Curbelo. So,
and I thought Miller and Frazier. This is an interesting one.
I think they're still family. You know,
who is a better duo for this team? Frazier and Miller, or Frazier and Curbelo?
I would never put Miller. Miller left us.
I'm just saying, if Miller was here, I think he gels better with Frazier than Curbelo does. That's just what I'm saying.
Yeah, probably.
They're both lefties. Okay, they both do very similar things.
Mm-hmm.
Just saying, man. I'm not trying to start a controversy, but I'm trying to start a controversy.
Yeah, it sounds like it. You thought I was trying to start something, then you start something.
Well, you were trying to start an in-house, everybody involved in-house, like the freshmen.
True. Yeah.
Yeah. Speaking of freshmen, we could have one in about 10 years whenever this dude coming here.
2023.
Okay, that's not too bad.
Yeah. Jeremy Fears picks up a crystal ball. It was during the game, I believe. You messaged me, said, "Oh, we can't read this." I said, "It's probably Jeremy Fears." Because we don't subscribe. We're not. I did a deep
dive after that, though.
Sorry, Derek. We don't subscribe.
Now, was this a heat of the moment thing, or how confident is he in this one?
So I don't know. He hasn't missed one all year, right? So
yeah, but this feels like a heat of the moment one. If he's doing it during the game while the dude is at the game,
I agree. The Orange Crush were chanting.
The Orange Crush.
Yeah, I said it.
We
want Jeremy. He is a stud, at least by the numbers. He's a stud.
If he keeps playing like this, he will be the highest rated recruit in a long time, because he's 27 right now.
Yeah.
And you got to think he's going to go up in the next 2 years if he keeps playing.
Right. Yeah. So they started chanting that. They did it they did it when Ty Rogers was there. Next day he committed, I believe. Somebody asked him after the game what it was like with them doing that. He said, quote, "It was cool. It made me feel wanted and needed." So maybe that's why I got a crystal ball. I don't know. If you don't remember Jeremy, we have talked about him on this podcast before. Like Ethan said, he's 27, 26 nationally. He's the number 5 point guard. He is number 1 in Indiana, and he's a 4-star currently. He's 6'1", 165, plays for La Lumiere School. He's got offers from pretty much everybody: Indiana, Michigan, Michigan State, Missouri, Gonzaga, Kansas, Kentucky, any big school he's got an offer from. So if Illinois could land this guy, I believe Jeff Alexander is leading this, it would be huge. So we will see. I don't know.
So Piper is 34 for 37 all time.
He hasn't missed one this year, I don't believe.
Correct. And the one of them that he missed was someone who didn't commit to anywhere. Another one that he missed was Dima Zador, 6'10", 225, 2018. Said he was going to go to Illinois, and the dude went to Weber State, I believe it's pronounced.
Okay.
That's a bad miss. And then he also said Demarius Jacobs, who's a 3-star in 2018, was going to go to Illinois when he went to SLU. So
he hasn't missed one in 3 years?
Yeah. Well, he missed one in 2019, but the dude didn't commit anywhere. So
okay.
He's also got a 7 confidence in this one. 7.
That's pretty high.
So, I mean, if you look at last year, his track record on 2021, he had 8 on Pajimski, 7 on Melendez. He had 7 on Bryce Hopkins to Kentucky, which happened, and he had 10 on Goody. So He better come here because
So
if he
get ready for
doesn't,
Jeremy Fears. Folks.
yeah, Jeremy Fears will probably be a 5-star in some places by the time he gets here.
And then I think when he's a senior, his little brother can be a freshman because Illinois offered him. I believe he's in 7th grade or something. So.
Well, they're going to have no shortage of potential point guards when Curbelo is gone.
True.
And it makes you wonder, does Curbelo leave and transfer after this season? Whoa. Watch
I don't
out,
see him
folks.
going anywhere. I think he likes
every
Illinois.
single controversy coming your way in episode 81.
Apparently, though, maybe he doesn't like the fans because he doesn't have
Epps,
something
Harris,
going on, right?
Epps, Harris, Fears. It's 3 right there.
It's your fault, fans.
Also, while we're talking about recruiting,
him not playing,
I did watch that Ant Wright video about the Illinois recruits for this season. Shout out to him. Follows me on Twitter. Not a big deal.
No, it's not.
It really isn't, but I'm a big fan of his. So, former Michigan player. People, I think he tends to be mostly unbiased in a lot of ways. Like I don't think that he went to Michigan, obviously, so he's going to be a Michigan guy, right? But I don't think he's a guy that hates. I mean, I think he probably doesn't love Illinois fans because Illinois fans do tend, as most fans do tend to get a little insane on Twitter. But he compared Epps to Miles Powell, which Miles Powell is a very good player at Seton Hall. Sincere Harris to Luther Head. He didn't do a comparison for Ty Rodgers in that video, but I remember his original video with Ty Rodgers is Jason Tatum. But either way, everybody knows that Ty Rodgers is a good enough defender right now and a good enough player to be in this starting lineup. So I think he will absolutely be a starter next season. But, pretty good. Underwood knows how to recruit. Can he coach, though? That's the big question, and we just don't know. It's up and down. I think it's matchup-based. I think he's a much better Big Ten coach. I think he's a much better Big Ten versus Big Ten coach than he is in some of these non-conference games. And the big thing is, what makes no sense is that how many times has he been out-coached by the opponent? Many times. Yet they beat Duke last season. I know Duke wasn't as good, but Duke had a lot of talent last season. That was when Jalen Johnson was still there. I mean, Duke had a lot of talent, and they beat Duke. It was the damnedest thing, really.
Duke by 20, somebody told me.
You would have thought that Coach K would have taken him out back, in that game, right? You would have thought that, and it didn't happen. Of course, Scott Drew did, but that was, Baylor, a much better team. But it's very weird. So I feel like we have no clue what we're talking about when it comes to the Ken Underwood coach thing.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I
Are
don't
we overrating.
I don't think that he
need for a
can't coach. I mean, I just think that he gets in spots where he has weird rotation lineups. They don't seem to have any just set, like, we need a bucket, here's a set play. Their motion is the same every time. But I mean, he can't go out there. I mean, Illinois, that game they lost where everybody's like, he can't coach. Illinois shot 23% from the field. He can't go out there and make baskets. So
should have spaced the floor better. Spaced the floor better. Kofi was back. You got to spread the floor, man.
Yeah.
Of course, they did do that at some point. They weren't making shots then either. So that was just one of those nights. But remember the inbounds 5-wide play. That works every time. So if you need that going, you got that going. So he can do that.
I can't stand his inbounds plays. So
the one where you need to get the ball in and there's going to be a heavy press at the end of a game, 5-wide.
Yeah, I don't mind that one. I'm talking about under
when you need a bucket. Yeah, it's embarrassing. And
they're awful.
He's had.
It's literally I feel like this year it's been DeMonte posts up and you throw it over the guy's head, and then there's like a screen coming out. Like there's never a whatever.
Well, think about last season though, with the amount of players he had and what he could have done with some of that stuff. Like when Io and Kofi and Frazier were all on the floor, and Steve Profit here, who brings we'll get into this later as he posted. Maryland's coach Mart Tergen quit today, which.
Typing's hard sometimes. Why do you make fun of everybody?
I'm not making fun.
This is why people don't comment.
Yeah, they do. See, he just commented right now.
Look at Underwood's record starting in January. I'll take him as my coach every day. I'm not saying that he's bad. I'm just saying that there's some things I would like to see changed. Or there's times where I'm like, why doesn't he try something different? And he doesn't. And
Every single
nobody
season.
can say that he does. Nobody can say that he ever changes in a game.
Every single season is the same, by the way.
Yeah.
Like the last 3 seasons.
He's really good at getting his team going towards the end of the season. I
agree
agree with that.
Early non-conference loss, late non-conference loss. Now this time it was 2 early non-conference loss, so maybe they avoid the late one with hint Missouri, which they still could lose to Arizona, but Missouri is so bad. Malik Willis, who's the quarterback for Liberty, pretty much threw 4 touchdowns on him last night. It was 28-7. So if you want to add the numbers up there, just getting beat down by Liberty, that's embarrassing. But it's just they get going in Big Ten play. They've been good in Big Ten play. Now this season is going to be weird because I think that the Big Ten really doesn't have a juggernaut other than Purdue. Like outside of Purdue, there's nobody that is clear number 2 to me. I mean, Ohio State's had their moments. They beat Duke. They did lose to Florida, and they did almost lose to Akron. And then Michigan, I mean, what is up with Michigan? I think it's going to take them a while to figure it out. They're even more of a, they're what Illinois would be if Illinois didn't have this many guys returning.
We're not hating on Underwood. We don't dislike Underwood.
Well, we don't dislike him, but I think we do criticize, which I think everybody does.
Criticize.
You kind of have to.
Yeah, this wouldn't be any fun if we just praised everybody, right?
Well, the Missouri games have been the most frustrating part with his coaching, how he can't figure out to win those games. Now, this season, hopefully he gets that done, but I don't know. I mean, and it's easy to criticize when you have some bad losses, you have games you think you should have won that you lose, and the guy's had 47 contract extensions. Like, it's easy to criticize that. But at this very moment, I would not put him anywhere near the thin ice hot seat. So, congrats to Underwood. He has my current stamp of approval, which could change after tonight. So, on to the next.
Just another little scout recruiting thing. Akeel Watson will be in attendance for the Arizona game. Maybe we want a kill chant starts and we get somebody outside. This kid's class of 23, also power forward, 6'9", 200 pounds. He's top 50 nationally. He's a top 5 power forward. He's got offers from Auburn, Creighton, Nebraska, Seton Hall, Texas Tech, West Virginia, and others. A lot of East Coast
6'9", 200.
Yeah.
40th nationally, 5th power forward in the country in 2023. Now it says small forward here, but it also says power forward. 6'9", 200 is kind of like a both type thing. 5th in New Jersey. So this would be a good ad, right? I mean, get him and Fears as the 2023. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Imagine this lineup.
Top 50 guys.
Imagine this lineup in 2023. Ready? Here we go. Fears and Epps, you kind of got to choose one, or they both start, right? So kind of like Frazier and Corbello both starting smaller guards. So those two. And then Goody, okay. Let's think here. Ty Rogers and this dude.
And where do you think Coleman Hawkins is going to be?
He'll be gone by then, please. I mean, he'll be at UCLA or something. He's from California, right?
Okay, buddy.
Yeah, there's so many different players to think about here that it's just like there's no clue what the lineup's even going to be next season. So,
no idea.
Dane Danger too. How many years does Dane Danger have? They're going to have
true.
They're not going to lack.
Don't forget Dane Danger.
They're not going to lack the height anytime soon. So that's good. That's a good thing. And the guards are coming in too. Apparently, Illinois is guard U, is what I heard. So
that's what Brad calls himself.
Yeah, that's all he can do is recruit.
All right.
Illinois, Rutgers.
Let's go.
Big game. Rutgers 4-3.
53 minutes, folks.
Rutgers is a team that I loved going into the season. I look like a complete moron for that. I think I look like a moron in a lot of my judgments of the Big Ten. The only thing that I really got right about the Big Ten this season was I think it's fair. I don't think Ohio State wins the conference like I said they would, but I think it's fair to say that I said they would be good, and they look good. They've had some weird losses, and Purdue was an obvious one. Other than that, it's been bad. And Northwestern doesn't look as bad as I thought they'd be, same with Wisconsin and Iowa and all that. But we haven't even gotten into Big Ten play, so I don't really think that it's fair to judge a lot. Yeah. But you're looking at Rutgers' record this season is pretty ugly. But a couple quotes here before we get into Rutgers.
Yeah, Corbello will be out. Underwood just said, quote, "It is a process," and he's out. So,
yeah,
take it as you want. I don't know if we will ever see him play basketball again. I don't know. So the rest of the team, he said, quote, DeMonte was not well yesterday with being sick. Hutch was back today, his first day. This was our first day of having everyone in practice. So what that does tell me is Curbelo's practicing, right?
I feel like everyone's a loose term by him here. I don't know.
I think everybody was there. DeMonte, even though he was sick.
You can be there, but are you really there?
They had pictures of DeMonte practicing. So I don't know. The Curbelo thing is just, I don't know. It's so weird. I hope the best for him. I hope he gets back. Whatever's wrong with him, I hope that he gets through it. So as much as I get worried when he handles the ball, it's still fun to watch him play. Or when he doesn't close out on a three, still like watching him play. So
okay, so let me ask you this one: what is the lineup going to be tonight?
Hawkins, Kofi, Frazier, Hutcherson.
Melendez?
No, it's going to be DeMonte or Plummer, but I don't know.
It's going to be Goody.
No chance. Well, I don't know. He did say Goody had his best practice of the year. No, he didn't say that. But that's what. I don't know. It depends on whoever was the best five that practiced yesterday. I guess is going to be the starting five. Will it be a new one? I don't know.
So I'm going to show you a pretty sweet tweet here.
Sweet tweets.
Because this is big news, and this could really change the game tonight. I think this could really be the thing that does that.
The jerseys,
and I'm not even talking about the jerseys. Really, I'm talking about. I am talking about the jerseys. I just lied to your face.
Yeah.
I mean, this could change.
Scripts
could change the deal.
Yes, sir.
Make these permanent home unis. I could not agree more. No, I would rather have the white. Agree. Shut up, Michael. SIUE alum, get the hell out of here. Anyway, I mean, these are so sweet. They really are. I mean, the very idea that their home is not this and the away is not the orange with the Fighting Illini is the dumbest thing I've ever seen. Like, what is the point? Like, the orange and navy and other white jerseys look so shitty.
It's got to be a contract thing. It's got to be a contract thing.
A stupid thing. Who's the contract with?
Nike.
If Nike makes these, why can't they just make these?
Because they invented that Illinois logo.
That's stupid. It's so dumb.
It's the same reason why Bielema can't change the football uniform.
The football things are fine right now, even though I think that they would, if the football thing went to more of a classic look with the white stripes, like kind of like,
Yeah.
I don't know. It's so dumb. Like
maybe script on the football uniforms.
Yeah, I mean the team stinks, so might as well have nice jerseys.
5-7 for first-year guys.
Get into a bowl game. Get into a bowl game. Come on. They 5 and 6. I mean, they should have been 6 and 6, but whatever. Like I care anyway. My college football team is playing tonight in the Pac-12 championship, so we'll see what happens there. But Illinois, Rutgers. Last time these two teams met was in the Big Ten tournament. Illinois served them an absolute beatdown. I don't remember the score of that game, but I'm going to look it up right now. It was not a close game. I mean, it was close early, but this is a completely different Rutgers team, especially with Geo Baker being out tonight, and he's been out in the past couple of games.
When they played him during the regular season, was that the first game when it became all Big Ten games? They didn't play him in the two early games last year, did they?
I don't think so. But
I think we were on vacation. We went on vacation right before Christmas, and that's when they played.
Yeah, so. They did lose a very winnable game to them last season.
Yes,
at Rutgers, but Illinois played them much better than at home than away.
I mean, Ron Harper Jr. just chucks everything he sees these days.
Yeah,
I have noticed that.
That is true. Illinois beat them 90-68 in the Big Ten tournament last season, so got after them. I remember a lot of shots that went up that were not missed, so that definitely helped. So leg injury for Geo Baker. He's out tonight. He missed their game against Clemson. He got hurt in a game against Lafayette that they lost, so don't know what happened to that game there. Rutgers has not won on the road, as you said, so that's a big stat. Lost to DePaul. And UMass, not ideal. I mean, the DePaul game, they got completely screwed by the refs, but that's fine.
Yeah.
I mean,
they were close games. It was only a combined 5 points, and their other loss was Lafayette by 2. So, I mean, yeah, not good teams, but whatever.
The loss to DePaul, the free throws were 34-12, I think. So that's pretty unacceptable. But I mean, they're a different team. They're a very streaky team, I think.
They are.
And without Geo Baker, it makes it a lot harder for them. But I think anybody in their lineup other than Mulcahy probably can't actually make a jumper, can show up and do something. I assume this will be their lineup tonight. Mulcahy starting is a very tall lineup, but I don't really think they have a true point guard at all. Mulcahy 6'6", 213. Ron Harper Jr. 6'6", 245.
So is Mulcahy running the point now? Him and Harper?
I mean, I don't know. It's the definition of not having a point guard. If this is their lineup, this is what their lineup was in the last game, so we never really know.
Sure.
Caleb McConnell, 6'7", 200, senior. Jaden Jones is a freshman, 6'8", 220. And then Cliff Omarui, 6'11", 240, sophomore. So they lost to Clemson by 10. Ron Harper Jr. had 23, or they beat Clemson by 10. Ron Harper Jr., 23 points, 9 rebounds. This will be a big test for Omarui starting at the 5, because last season, remember, Miles Johnson was getting a lot of the time against guys like Kofi, and now Omarui is going to do it himself.
Yeah.
And it'll be very interesting to see how he handles that.
Do you think Mulcahy gets teed up tonight? First Big Ten game in Champaign.
Probably, yeah, probably.
I think he gets teed up.
He'll at least do something worthy of getting teed up, and whether
Correct.
he gets teed up or not depends on who the ref crew is. And I'm sure
That's true.
that these refs won't be complete buffoons, right? I'm sure that that's fair to say.
Yeah, sure.
We'll see. We will see. Let me take a look here. Does it tell me the refs if I go to this game here on the sheet on KenPom? I wonder if it tells me the refs. Probably not, but there is a ref ranking, so we can kind of get. I'm sure if you looked it up, you could find out who the ref is for the game tonight. You should probably work on that. I think that'd be a good idea.
I'm doing it.
So the KenPom does project Illinois to win this game 72-61. Rutgers is 122nd offensive efficiency and 57th the defensive efficiency. Illinois 26 and 23 in those two categories. And Rutgers has been nearly below average in just about every single category possible on KenPom. So it has not been a good season for them to this point. But, you never know. It's a Big Ten game. Big crowd at Illinois. You never really know what's going to happen in these types of games. I don't know. But the predictions are very hard because with the way the Peichel coaches, they're a very defensive team. But then it's like, okay, is their defense actually going to show up tonight? Is it going to be a shootout? We don't know. Some games between these two have been very high scoring. Then there was one a couple seasons ago that was in the 50s. So do with that what you will, I suppose.
Mm-hmm.
No luck on the refs?
Find it. I don't even know what to Google, dude.
Illinois.
But who are the referees for tonight's Illini versus Rutgers?
Big Ten referee assignments 2021 basketball. That's how you do it right there.
No. Yeah, true.
All right. Let's see here. I can't find it.
Yeah. Wait. Nope. That's not it. Bosman Verdonk is questionable for tonight.
It doesn't matter. College basketball referee assignments. Come on, man. Show me the goddamn thing. Whatever. All I know is that it better not be the dude who is at the bottom of the list. Ryan Martin is 200th on this one. So there you go. Let's see.
Anyways.
All right. Predictions. Go.
I'm going to take Illinois not to cover, but to win the game. Illinois 76, Rutgers 68.
I'm going to go a little lower scoring. Illinois 68, Rutgers 63.
That's
a lot of this.
Just so you know, Illinois hasn't won a game where they haven't scored 71 points yet.
Well, that's going to change tonight, folks.
Just so you know.
It's going to change big time. So I think a lot of this is going to depend on if
Victory. I don't think Illinois loses at home against them. I just know that's my thing. I just don't think.
Yeah, I don't think that Rutgers has enough shooting. If Ron Harper Jr. is making them, that's great. But
Yeah, but I think that they should be able to. Well, Illinois' defense is bad, but I would, if you are betting, I would bet Rutgers. Just say
9 points is a lot, and it was like 7, I think.
Yeah.
So
maybe we should have picked Illinois to lose because they seem to go against what we think.
Could be the case. So you can blame us, I suppose, if they do lose tonight. Go ahead and do that. But all right, let's go around the Big Ten real quick. Big news today: Maryland parting ways with Mark Tergen. Mart Tergen, as some people say. 5-3 start to the season. They had close wins over Hofstra and George Washington. Losses to Virginia Tech, George Mason, and Louisville. So I think he was already on the hot seat going into the season. And
why wait 8 games though? I just don't understand that.
Well, somebody said that this was more Tergen's decision than Maryland.
Okay, I heard that it had something to do with the fans because fans are apparently worse than Illinois fans. I don't know.
He also stinks at his job at this point, so I think that's a good big factor here. They did win a tournament game though last season, so I feel like I think 2020 screwed them a lot too. They were pretty good that season.
Yeah.
And then when they lost Cowan and Stig, as they call him, Stig Smith, they stunk after that. And this, I told you, this season's team, like, there's a type of team that you're in on in like June, and then when you realize the season's close, you're like, okay, they stink, and they're very inefficient and they're not very good. So I don't know who gets this job is the big question. Like, does Kevin Willard leave the Big East, Seton Hall, and go to Maryland?
Do you leave mid-season somewhere? I don't know. That's a good question.
They're gonna keep Manning there the rest of the season. And could he get the job? Guess it depends on how they got a lot of games with him as the coach for him to prove that he's the guy if that's what he's trying to do. So who knows? All I know is that I've been calling Tergen a total loser like the last year or so. I figured he was going to be gone soon anyway.
Has Danny Manning coached anywhere?
I mean, we can look that sucker up real quick.
I'm looking.
I swear he has. I mean, he's had to have.
Coaching.
Wake Forest.
Kansas, Tulsa, Wake Forest.
Wake Forest was bad. Really bad.
7 years ago.
I do remember him getting fired there.
Oh, he was dismissed April 25th, 2020.
Yeah, I mean, they were 13-19, 11-20.
78 and 111 in 6 seasons.
19-14, they got to the first 4 and lost. 11-20, 11-20, 13-18. 30-80 in the ACC. 30-80. 30-80. That's so bad.
So bad.
Anyways. Really bad. Michigan 4-3 now, I think. Is that the record? I don't remember writing that down.
That sounds right.
Excuse me, 4-3. Got destroyed by North Carolina. And when I say destroyed,
absolutely I mean, smoked.
First half was pretty close, and they did nothing in the second half. And I wonder, I keep seeing Roy Williams at these games. What does Hubert Davis think of that? Is he like, oh, man, the former coach is breathing down my neck? I know you're retired, but Jesus, you got to be at every game? What do you think about that? I mean, Roy Williams is at every game.
Yeah, she's got to make sure things are going right.
Your neck.
What else is he going to do?
Watch him at home like the rest of us.
Yeah, front row seats. Watch at home. I think
I would take the home thing. So
do you think players like look over at him during the game?
Yeah.
They're like, "What should we do, Coach?"
I mean,
think Hubert's just a pawn.
If you want to go that way, you could. I mean,
okay.
The Big Ten won the ACC Big Ten Challenge 8-6. I said 8-6, but I also got like all the matchups wrong. So. But I said 8-6.
You might have guessed 5 games. You might have got 5 games right.
Well, I got my predictions right here. Let's check them out.
Let's see.
Illinois, Notre Dame.
Won the games?
No.
Lost.
Iowa, Virginia. No. Purdue beat Florida State. Syracuse beat Indiana, so I got that wrong. Did Minnesota beat Pitt? I believe they did. I'm going to go with yes. I picked Duke to win. No. I picked who that? No, wait. Hang on a sec here.
Do you want to know?
2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay.
Let's see. Iowa won.
No.
Illinois won. Minnesota won by 1. Syracuse won. Rutgers won. Wake Forest won. Ohio State. Bet you got that one wrong. Virginia Tech. Michigan State. NC State. North Carolina. Miami. Wisconsin.
I got 6 right out of 14.
That's what I said. I told you only got 6 right.
Yeah, I got Purdue, Minnesota, NC State, Wisconsin, Michigan State, and Virginia Tech.
NC State, Nebraska. It wasn't pretty basketball, but 4 OTs is always fun.
Is it though? I feel like everybody's kind of like about to pass out at the end of the game.
I liked it. Whatever.
And Iowa looks better than expected.
Yeah,
Illinois
they're really
plays them
beating the
next
crap
week.
out of Longwood and UMKC and Portland State. Look at them go.
Yeah, but I feel like
they seriously have played Longwood, UMKC,
200,
NC
220,
Central,
339, 338, 313, 250, 46.
ASU, Hornets, Western Michigan, and Portland State. Let's just calm down a little bit.
So that is 1, 2, 3
What's
teams.
the spread of the game tonight?
12.5.
Pound Purdue, folks. Pound Purdue.
They do have a decent lineup. It's just that it's not last season.
Yeah, 8 McCaffreys and
they got
people.
Toussaint looks pretty good. Bohannon's still there. Keegan Murray looks like the real deal.
Yeah, Keegan Murray's good.
But other than that, yeah, they're not as good. And I don't think they're probably going to be like a 6-win Big Ten team or an 8-win Big Ten team, maybe 10.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know. They lost a lot, so, it is what it is, I suppose, for them. I hope they stink, but what can we do? All right. I suppose that'll do it for this episode.
Right. Let's start the Big Ten off right. Let's get a win. Then we can beat Iowa, who's better than expected.
They are better than expected. They beat Virginia on the road. I know Virginia's not as good, but it is what it is. All right, we'll be back episode 82 at some point. I don't even know what day the Iowa game is. It feels like it
is
might be
Monday.
Monday, really? Wow, quick turnaround. Are we doing a watch party for Iowa or what?
I'll have to talk to you.
Either that or Arizona or something. I don't know. Whatever. All right.
Supposed to go to the Arizona game.
Good. Be there because they're gonna turn the ball over a lot against Arizona. All right, episode 82. Episode. I don't know why I said it like that. We'll be back by Sunday. We'll do that. Episode 82.
Sounds good.
Yeah. Okay. Bye. Yeah.